Hello, Dave. My name is JC, and I hope to be meeting you sometime soon. I enjoy your videos. I'm a Free State Project member, and I'll be moving to New Hampshire shortly, in early September. I'll be going to graduate school there. And anyway, I hope to meet you soon. But I saw your piece on a libertarian take on what's going on between Russia and Georgia, and I feel so strongly about what's going on that I simply must speak up. I don't blame you, I blame the media. They're not reporting the facts. And I have a degree in geography and global studies and did a paper on the breakaway provinces of Georgia 2 years ago. So that was before this conflict started. But just to set one thing straight, Georgia started it. Like that really matters. But actually it does. They started the coercion, the aggression, by invading Ossetia to quote-unquote get it back, and then Russia came to the rescue. Now, I'm not pro-Russian or pro-American per se. You know where I stand as a pork, right? But one thing you need to understand about these places, especially the Caucasus Mountains, you could go from one river valley or one gorge to the next in this region, and you will get two different groups of people speaking two different languages. Even amongst people who speak a common language, and from village to village, you can have some major dialect differences. So, very fragmented area. And one thing that's very important to know is that the people in Abkhazia are not Georgian. The people in South Ossetia are not Georgian. Now, you could say that the people of the Caucasus are all related, and they do have a common, many of them do share a common language group, but they're not Georgian, right? So, the Abkhaz were part of Georgia per se in the Soviet Union. When Stalin, who was a Georgian, grouped Abkhazia with Georgia. Before Stalin came to power, Abkhazia had its own Soviet Socialist Republic within the Soviet Union. Now, I don't think this was so for South Ossetia. But regardless, when the Soviet Union crumbled, all these new countries, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Ukraine, the Baltic states, they all declared independence. And so did Abkhazia, and so did South Ossetia. Except for, in the case of Abkhazia and South Ossetia, the newly created government of Georgia, which these two places never wanted to participate in and never gave any consent to, this new Georgian government said, well, you're part of Georgia, so therefore you aren't independent states, you are part of Georgia. So it's important to know that not only are these places not peopled by Georgian people, but they also never participated in the Georgian government nor consented to it. Almost as soon as the Soviet Union broke up, these places said, hey, we're independent too. And you know what? Assuming there's something as collective consent, should it not be their right to say, hey, we're independent states? And what right does Georgia say? What right does Georgia have to say, you know what? Sorry, you're part of Georgia. So in this recent flare-up, Georgia invaded. Now, it's their tough luck that Russia came to somebody's rescue, and I don't know how they thought they would get away with this, but my guess is that since Georgia sent 2,000 troops to Iraq in the United States coalition of the willing, Georgia thought the United States would back them up. Looks like the United States isn't going to do anything but sound mean and say, hey, Russia, get out of Georgia. But you know what? Who cares if Russia's making a buffer zone around South Ossetia? It's how the cookie crumbles, and the facts are being ignored. So I hope this helped out. Have a good one. Bye.